if we have y equals cosine of 3x plus pi, we need it to be in the form k times the quantity x plus or minus b. So what that means is that we need to take out a 3 from the 3x and the pi so that we get cosine of 3 times quantity x plus pi over 3. And now we're in the correct form that we want. So our phase shift is going to be pi over 3 to the left, and our period is going to be 2 pi over k, which is 2 pi over 3. All right, so first thing we do, we need to add pi over 3 to each of our x's. So we get pi over 3, we get so when we add 3 to each of these numbers, we get pi over 3, 7 pi over 12, 5 pi over 6, 13 pi over 12, 4 pi over 3, 19 pi over 3, 11 pi over 6, and 25 pi over 12. Now we want to multiply that second column by 3. So once we do that, we get pi, 7 pi over 4, 5 pi over 2, 13 pi over 4, 4 pi, 19 pi over 4, 11 pi over 2, and 25 pi over 4. So let's find the equivalence of these within our unit circle. So we have pi, 7 pi over 4, 5 pi over 2 is the same as pi over 2, 13 pi over 4, that's the same as 5 pi over 4, 4 pi is the same as 0, 19 pi over 4 is the same as 3 pi over 4, 11 pi over 2 is the same as 3 pi over 2, and 25 pi over 4 is the same as pi over 4. So now if we find the cosine of this third column, cosine of pi is -1, cosine of 7 pi over 4 is 1 over square root of 2, cosine of pi over 2 is 0, cosine of 5 pi over 4 is -1 over square root of 2, cosine of 0 is 1, cosine of 3 pi over 4 is -1 over square root of 2, cosine of 3 pi over 2 is 0, and cosine of pi over 4 is 1 over square root of 2. So now we plot the first column and the fourth column. So 0, -1, pi over 4, 1 over square root of 2, pi over 2, 0, 3 pi over 4, -1 over square root of 2, pi and 1. We get 5 pi over 4, -1 over square root of 2. We get 3 pi over 2 and 0. And we get 7 pi over 4 and 1 over square root of 4. And of course, if we connect these dots, we'll see approximately what our graph looks like. But really, we'd probably want some more points to double check our work. We should be repeating every 2 pi over 3. So if we graph this, let's see how close we got. So comparing this actual graph, it looks like we are pretty close. So now we're going to have you try and see what you can get for y equals sine of 2x plus pi over 2. Don't forget to list your phase shift and period. So again, we need to take out a factor of 2 in this one. So we get sine of 2 times x plus pi over 4. So our phase shift is left pi over 4, and our period is 2 pi over k. So 2 pi over 2 gives us pi. So going down to our table, we're going to copy down our x's. Then we're going to add pi over 4 to each of these. So we get pi over 4, pi over 2, 3 pi over 4, pi, 5 pi over 4, and 3 pi over 2. Next column, we need to multiply these by 2. So we get pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, 2 pi, 5 pi over 2, and 3 pi. And then if we find the sign of this third column, we get sine of pi over 2 is 1, sine of pi is 0, sine of 3 pi over 2 is -1, sine of 2 pi is 0, 5 pi over 2 is 1, and 3 pi is 0. So again, we might want some more points here if we were to draw this smoothly, but we'll go with what we have. We have the x column and our y column, sine of 2x plus pi over 2. So we get 0 and 1. Pi over 4 is 0. Pi over 2 -1. 3 pi over 4 is 0. Pi is 1. And 5 pi over 4 is back down to 0. So we see that first we had a phase shift left by pi over 4, and then we had a horizontal stretch by a factor of 2.